Go ahead and meet the idiot. I am him that picked the Philadelphia 76ers to lose in the first round against the Toronto Raptors. Meet the idiot. Go ahead. Hello, everybody. I'm idiot. Go ahead and give it to me. I'm fine with that. Yes, I picked Philadelphia to lose to Toronto in the first round. I love Joel Embiid, but I do believe the Sixers got a tad bit worse after adding James Harden. They got more dimensional because you added James Harden to a lineup that was pretty much getting nothing because Ben ain't play all year. So in theory, you get better. On NBA 2K, you get better. But in real life, I'm one of the guys that believes relationships matter. Like I've been the worst guy on the court more times than not when I play basketball, 8th, 9th, or 10th. For me, even if I'm not shooting the basketball a lot, pass me the basketball. Make me feel important. I'll play so much harder on defense if I just touch the basketball on off. I promise you I will. Like, let me feel involved. Like, it's a fake. Like, if I'm going to play, if I'm a kid, I remember back in the day for my older supporters and subscribers out there, when we played GameCube or Nintendo 64 or Dreamcast, whatever, Sega, we would give the controller to little cousin, or maybe we were little cousin at the time. The controller wouldn't be plugged in, but we make them feel like they were playing next to us so they wouldn't cry, so I could focus on the game, right? So, that type of premise here. If I'm 8th, 9th, or 10th on a team, let me feel important. I'll play so much harder for you on defense. One of my biggest criticisms with James Harden is he doesn't make teammates feel important. All that dribble stuff, and then pull up three-pointer to end the shot clock, it's bothersome. And I think more than a lot of us would ever know, I think when James Harden and his peers retire, we look back one day, I think a lot of stories are going to come out of guys being unhappy with the brand of basketball that James plays. If you remember one of Kobe Bryant's last interviews, it was with Rachel Nichols in The Jump, I believe. Also, Tracy McGrady was present for that interview, if I'm not mistaken as well. And I'm a longtime Kobe supporter. He's my favorite of all time. I never heard Kobe talk about basketball the way he did when he spoke about James Harden. He flat-foot said, "You're not winning that way." Remember, that's one of Kobe's last great quotes, rest in peace to the Mamba. Like, he was clearly, and Kobe's a guy that shot all his shots, but in Kobe's mind, it was in a system, and it was out of the post, and it was the best shot available for whatever team he was on. In his mind, he thought that. I'm sure there was some bad shots that Kobe took, but in his world, every shot he took was the best shot the Lakers could get that time down. And I believe that more times than not, by the way. I am a Kobe Bryant fanatic. James Harden ain't taking the best shot available for his team a lot of times down. He turned Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards of all time, into a spot-up shooter. I mean, look at Chris's career post-Houston. Oklahoma City, fantastic 7-game series against, ironically, James Harden and the Rockets. Phoenix, they're the best team in the West, fresh off an NBA Finals run. They're number 1 in the West this year. All I'm saying is James has a habit of making guys feel unimportant, so I picked the Raptors to win this bad boy. I did. I picked them in 7, I believe. I did. Now, 2 games in, I look wrong. Sometimes I get it wrong. We do FERRO was right. We do FERRO's wrong. Sometimes I get it wrong. Scotty Barnes being out hurts, spraining that ankle. That hurts your boy. It looks like what I was wrong about was pretty much the Sixers are still better than the bottom half of the Eastern Conference playoffs, like 5 through 8, even with a James Harden who is struggling from the field. What Jalen Rose said the other day, he's shooting, his field goals are like 5 for 20, 4 for 18, look like tour dates. Look like Kendrick just made that album announcement. Look like Kendrick Lamar tour dates. Look, I don't think it's going to catch up with Toronto or with Philadelphia against Toronto, even though I thought I did going in. But it will get to Philadelphia in round 2, likely against Miami, even if it was against Atlanta. I'm telling y'all, these struggles from the field is going to catch up with this Philadelphia team at some point. I still don't believe they can win anything significant. And if they lose in the second round of the playoffs to Miami, they would have ended their season in the exact same spot than they had a previous year with Ben Simmons in the fold. Keep in mind, when you got a guy like James Harden, you're taking the ball out of the hands of a Joel Embiid and an emerging Tyrese Maxey. So, I mean, I'm just saying I don't believe Philadelphia is going to win anything significant, but I did have them losing, I guess, a little earlier than expected. So I'll take a little bit of the L for that. But look, I'll be wrong in the moment to be right in the end. I'm telling you, I'm going to be right when this is all said and done. The Sixers will not make it past round 2. I didn't think they'd make it past round 1, but I'm willing to say maybe I'll be wrong about that one. They ain't been past Miami with the way that they're playing right now. I'm telling y'all that.